Good afternoon, everybody. Um, this is a pretty special video. It's not going to be too long because, I'm trying to not make every video like a half hour, but I kind of, I shoot from the cuff. I don't, script anything or anything like that. So sometimes I go off and, but today I'm kind of pushing time in. My girls are doing their homework right now, and they're working on a subject that's fairly easy for them, so there probably won't be much questions, but the math is coming, so I don't have a whole lot of time, so just want to do a quick little video here on the story about Murk. For those of you who are following on Twitter, you know that just recently I had put out a tweet about the re-release of Murk on Bandcamp, and I just wanted to talk about that a little bit here, so you guys had a reference point to go on for why I was doing it, because I put in the tweet to read the description, which I don't, I meant read the description on Bandcamp, and it would give you a little bit more information, but this is kind of a rundown, I guess, probably of what that was, maybe a little bit more or less in depth. Like I said, I wrote that on the day it was released, and as you listen to the video, you'll hear, what the story is. But diving right in, Murk was the very first Farmacyde song that I did, and as you can tell, the guitars on that song were have a very industrial type sound to them, and I was using real cheap amp sims on that song, because I was only really putting riffs together to send over to my guitarist in my other band, Caught, to actually play out on the guitar. So it was like, if he chose to or not, it would be just my way to kind of contribute melodically to our music, as opposed to just always playing the drums for it. And the situation presented itself where my father was going through a very tough time in and out of the hospital and aftercare, and it just really highlighted all of the problems with the medical industry and the medical field. And I'm not going to get into all that on this video, because it's not about that. The song is, but the point being is, I got to thinking that those guitar tones, while sounding so just alien and foreign and industrial and cold, or like the perfect tonal metaphor to how I was feeling inside. And it just it all fit in. So one day I was sitting down and I just started putting some stuff together, and next thing I knew, I was, exporting it out and listening, playing it on the drums, playing around with it a little bit. And next thing I knew, I was kind of in my head, yelling about the situation to the song. So it slowly turned itself into what it was, where, the lyrics on that song were never written down. They're not meant to be understood, because there's probably not very, very many words that are you'll be able to decipher in it. It was just me screaming and getting out a lot of bad things inside, which is why the song, if you listen to the song, it opens, the intro is me saying, open your mind, in a million different voices and inflections and all that kinds of stuff. And the reasoning for that is because it was like me preparing you know, open your head up and let all this crap out, kind of. It was the preparation of my expulsion of the demons. Tea break. Anyway, though, so, you know, then the song starts going through, and there was a couple different versions of the way I drum that song out, but I kind of, the one that I stuck with was the one that I had the most real connection to, I guess you would say, as far as how it really felt. You know, all of my drumming comes out as a, you know, my emotions on my sleeve kind of thing, but I don't know, that one hit really good. And unfortunately, I've lost all my stems. I've lost, you know, all I had was the waves that I had uploaded to Bandcamp, because I lost them twice. I lost them, then I found them, and then I lost them again. And then on top of that, a few weeks ago when I was uploading, or a month ago, I guess, when I was uploading B Horror Story, I wanted to clean up some of the wording on the Murk single, and I ended up accidentally deleting that too. So, you know, I took it as just a sign. You know, at first I was real bummed out, because like I said, it was, you know, the song was written, you know, not for my dad, but about my dad when he was going through all of that. And it really just, it represented a lot, you know. And so, you know, it was, I was bummed out enough to know that I didn't have my stems. And then I was, you know, really bummed when I found out that I had deleted the whole thing on the Bandcamp. But like I said, I used it as a positive to re-upload it with a special purpose. And also, you know, I could always rewrite it and re-drum it and you know, do the song. I know I could do that, but it's the original recording, the original stuff, with the original tones and the original crappy amps that I don't even have anymore. All of that stuff is what I wanted, you know. So it may get rewritten still, you never know. But at least for now, I'm just keeping it as what it was. It's the same original recording that was uploaded. I remastered it, and hopefully did it decently. I think it sounds better than it did on the first one. And also, just so you know, like I said, it was uploaded in my dad's, you know, name, in my dad's honor and his memory, because he passed. And it was the 21st was actually the anniversary of his passing. That's why I chose that day to upload it. It was 2 years ago on that day. And you know, I wanted to make sure to get it up. It just, like I said, it seemed like that was the day to do it. And my dad was very big on donating to charities. He donated to all kinds, and veterans, and he was a Navy man. He was honorably discharged, and he had the Navy at his, you know, playing the trumpets at his funeral. And he was, like I said, just very into giving, and he didn't have much, so he you know, he definitely gave. So what I wanted to do was re-upload the song, and that's why I made it $1, and the $1 will be donated to his favorite charity, which was the St. Jude's Children Research Hospital. So that's pretty much kind of the story of Murk, how it got created, how it got uploaded. And the original upload was July of 2017. You know, like I said, so the re-upload still has that date of July 10th, 2017. But if you look in the description, it has, like I said, most of what I said in this video, maybe some more, maybe a little less, but it also has in the notes at the very top that it was re-uploaded on the 21st. So, and like I said, all of the proceeds to it will be donated to St. Jude's Children's Hospital in his name, and also, just so you know, Murk is also on the Farmacyde EP on Bandcamp as well, and you can download that whole EP for nothing. So you don't have to purchase Murk. Purchasing Murk through the link that I'm going to leave in this video here is purchasing it, with the knowledge that the donation is going to, or the money will be going to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. But if you just, if you're not cool with that or didn't want to do that or whatever, like I said, Murk is also on the self-titled EP Farmacyde. It's the third song on there, and that's free. You can download that and the other 3 songs. I hope you enjoyed the video and enjoy kind of a little bit of the backstory on Murk. And also, honestly, I forgot, but my dad actually, he really inspired Farmacyde to not just the video of the song, because that was the first Farmacyde song, and I thought about the band name and all of that was happening around the time when I was dealing with these things, and he is also a very large part of the reason why it continued, and I continued to write more songs after he passed, and continued the project. My dad was a very, very big do-it-yourselfer, and he would have appreciated he always appreciated my music, and he did get to hear Murk after it was written, and he was very proud of it and all, but he would have been really proud of all the albums and everything that I've created, because it's he was a big do-it-yourself kind of guy, and like the Farmacyde stuff is all me. It's the artwork, the everything. I'm doing the whole. I haven't done anything outside yet. I do have plans to record with somebody coming up soon for the next record, but that's under the hat and all right now. So I'll keep that surprise cooking for a little while longer before I let it out of the bag. But up until like these first 3 records and everything so far, it's been I'm doing the writing, the drumming, the I'm designing the artwork, I'm coming up with the names and everything. So it's something that my dad would have definitely jived with, because he was all about that, and and that's one of the reasons why I continued the Farmacyde project, was because he would have wanted that, me to do that and continue that, work. He also has inspired all of this new music and everything as well. So that's the story behind Murk, which is kind of almost a little bit of the story behind Farmacyde to a degree. And as I haven't done I know it's been a couple weeks. I did that practice video a few weeks back, and I said I was going to try to do one every couple weeks, but I haven't done another practice video because I had that writing bender. So I was doing, after I wrote out the stuff that I was doing on the guitars, I started just playing all that stuff on the drums, and like I said, that stuff isn't stuff that I'm going to be playing in the YouTube videos. You guys, we're going to have to wait for the record to come out to hear the new stuff. But the 3 songs from the self-titled EP, like I said, I haven't forgot. Probably next Friday, there'll be a video coming out with another practice because what I'm doing at the stage I'm at with it right now is I'm kind of toning it down. Where like especially on Illogic in the first practice video, there was a lot of fills and stuff like that in it, but right now I'm doing kind of what I consider like my building my skeletons out again, where I'm just minimal. There's a lot of actually there was a portion there where I didn't even I was only using the single bass drum to really get my what I like to call my anchor points of the groove, and then start accenting the double bass and stuff out from there once I lock in on where I want to be. But that's kind of where I'm at. So this next week's video will probably be a little bit more of a bare bones run through of those 3 songs, but you'll see the process of it'll be kind of cool because you'll see the process of how I put together my drumming when as I get the feels and start finalizing things. So I think that's everything. We're about just under a week away now. Be Horror Story will be coming out on Halloween, so check that out. It's got like it's pretty cool. It's something a little bit different than I've really heard throughout my listening life. But it's kind of got story and music woven in and out of each other, and kind of like this opera storytelling kind of thing where it's it's all Farmacyde music and instrumental, and which also, by the way, Murk has been the only Farmacyde song with vocals, also for a reason as well, because I generally like I like all kinds of music, obviously, but with the music that I write, I like instrumental stuff. I like people to be able to draw their conclusions from the feeling of the music and not from the words that are being said. That's just what I like and when I'm writing my material. Not to say that there won't be any more songs with vocals ever, but that was a special one, so there was vocals especially for that. But again, yeah, you can see where I get on and off topic. But Be Horror Story comes out Halloween. I think you'll really enjoy it. It's got something for everybody, I think. It's got its scary moments, it's got its funny moments, and then it's got the regular groovy type stuff that same type stuff that you've been hearing in the first 2 EPs, the same type grooves and all. So hope everybody enjoys it, and you can also you can check it out on Bandcamp now, because it released on the 17th on Bandcamp fully. I always release my stuff out a little bit earlier on Bandcamp because I really respect what they do for musicians. So I usually give it to them first, but check it out on Bandcamp. It'll be on Spotify, streaming and everything everywhere on Halloween. I'm going to start mentioning a couple names here, but I know I'm going to forget people, and I'm sorry for everybody that I have forgotten. But bands like Demon Scar, This Side Anarchy, Hammer Down Hard, Black Rose Reception, I'm sorry, Sincere, Liver Killer, Aaron Scott, Earthquake, I know there's more people. I know that there's more, and I'm pulling off of the top of my head here. I want to say Dean and Chapter have something new out that they just put out recently, and Sound Ninja has some new stuff out. I'm pretty sure Scene Creep has some new stuff out. Creep Scene. Drearia Music. Anyway, though, yeah, like I said, I know I should prepare, and it's not out of disrespect or anything to anybody that I don't prepare things. You know, I want to be as, you know, as straightforward and sincere as I can be in these videos. If you do see cuts in them, it's usually because my kids were acting like crazy people, and I don't want to have that on in the video. But you know, yeah, no disrespect to anybody. I'm not trying to just mention certain people and not others or anything like that. I just, man, Hammer Down Hard. It's another one that's got new stuff out. But I got to make another cup of tea, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Spending a few minutes here talking, and like I said, if you do decide to purchase the Murk single, thank you so much, and the donations will be going to St. Jude Children's Research, and it will be in the name, you know, Gilbert Chestenstout Jr. And thank you very much for just all of the support and everything. It's been, I'm very honored to be a part of things with all of you, and I'm trying to get a little more active on the YouTube here. So I'll be putting this out, like tweeting out this video, and just hello to everybody out there. Thank you so much for all the support and everything. I love you girls, and hey Ma and Kathy, how's everybody going? And they're doing. Anyway, just everybody have a great day out there, and stay positive, and just, you know, it's all in here out, not out here in, and we'll do okay through everything that goes on in life. And keep it metal. Have a great day, everybody.
me sabe tú. Ce qui passe la politica dell'America. Aussi vite comme les chromosomes délicats de votre promessa. Ils ont messaggio di un piccolo cammetà.